Okay, imagine uh, you have you have a family from Berlin that they are tired of the cold climate, the cold land climate of Eastern Germany, of the, at least where Berlin is located. So they decide they want to move. So the parents they buy their tickets and the children are packing their bags. They're moving. They're in a train for about 3 days and they arrive in Warsaw. Warsaw, that's Poland. And they get out. And the family has a new apartment. The apartment is broad, it has more luxury in it. But hold on a minute. They have the same, they experience the same type of winters and summers. Let me say, Poland and Germany are next to each other. We know that. Berlin, capital of Germany, and Warsaw, capital of Poland, they are in the same geographic location, which is Central Europe. They have the same type of climate. The only thing is Berlin is more located towards the sea, and Warsaw is more located towards the mountains. But it's the same environment. So there are differences between the places, but they're the same. It's the same climate over there. Why am I repeating it's the same climate? Because this is a parable I'm telling you. Now, imagine something else. You're in Amsterdam and you want to take the train and you want to move to China. You just think, well, you don't know where you're going to end up, where is Korea, China itself, or Japan, or you go further to Thailand. You just want to move out of the cold place where you are. This is just a parable, okay? I know that today you have airplanes, you can be there within the same day, but for this example, let's pretend that railway transportation is the only affordable option to you. You are in the train and you meet this guy, or that's better, you meet this young woman. She tells you that her parents and her siblings are moving to Warsaw. And you ask her why. Well, we are tired of the cold winters. And then you think, you're coming to Warsaw from Berlin, but isn't that almost the same? And she defends, no, it's not the same. We are going to live near the mountains. It's going to be more stable over there. You think, okay. Meanwhile, you transfer at Moscow, and from Moscow you transfer onto a line that goes through Kazakhstan. You have to you have a delay at Kazakhstan of 2 weeks total maintenance on the train, but you end up in Shanghai. And when you're in Shanghai, you begin to realize those people were deceived. Why am I making this parable? I've used this parable. I mean, I've used a similar parable in another summary that I made a while ago. You need to understand that a lot of people, I'm not saying all people, absolutely not, a lot of people are just like that German family that went from Berlin to Warsaw. There is movement and there is a change in circumstances, there's relief. But as I mentioned before, there's a difference between relief and deliverance. True deliverance, let me say, deliverance will bring true relief. But relief out of itself is not deliverance. There's also a thing called false deliverance. A lot of people, they get relief in circumstances. They recover from a physical illness, or they're out of debt, financial debt, or they're out of an abusive marriage. So you can say that in circumstances, geographically, things have shifted, but it's only a shift. They are not delivered. They only have relief. the issues have just been relocated. And then you have people who are truly delivered. One quick example, let's say you live in a town where people are a bit, I would say they are a bit, they are complainers, compulsive complainers. And let's say that you have one individual, this bothers her or this bothers him. And he often goes to parties or he goes weekends away with friends just to get away from those people. Then one day finally he moves to another town. Well, hold on a minute. He grew up in a town where people were compulsive complainers. He was affected by that. Let me say it like this. He still has scars of what happened. He still has coping mechanisms. He developed a whole personality to deal with a compulsive complaining environment. The friends he had were friends that aided his coping mechanisms, because those friends had the same or similar coping mechanisms. So when he's relocated to another town, guess what he's going to do? He's relieved from the previous town, but because he's in the new town, he's going to seek validation for how he thinks and how he operates. So he will need to have people that have similar coping mechanisms. So before he knows it, he's the one compulsively complaining for not having enough validation partners, enough friends. So he was relieved, and relieved it had a healing effect on him, but he's not healed. The same way when someone is stressed out, they can take some pills or they can even use heroin or other types of drugs. It may have a healing impact on their body, a healing effect, I mean. May have a healing effect, but the healing effect is not healing. Because when you have true healing, you don't need a healing effect. And then you have someone else who grew up in a town where people were compulsively complaining, but that individual grew out of the wounds, and now he or she is living a prosperous life despite the negative environment. Now, I'm not saying that if you have the ability and is responsible to leave a toxic environment, that you should stay in it. No. When the Lord is guiding you out of a place, trust the Lord. Trust Him. But the Most High often will not get you out of a geographic location. He wants you delivered, not relieved. That's why the Lord will keep you in certain places. Why? Because He wants to teach you to rely upon His grace and His promises, not upon the treatment of other people and not upon your own understanding. That being said, be delivered. Be at peace.